where the hymn of choice is good old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on a team from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Bearcats have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming, and the opening of the season. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return, as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Tennessee's offense will take the first swing of the game. And they were in the market for a guy to make an impact on the ground, and they found him in this transfer, guys.
This was an offense that needs explosive plays, so bring this dude in at the running back position and let him go. I can't wait to see what he's able to do today.
Yeah, and let's see if he can earn the respect of his teammates. You know, you've done this and you have experience elsewhere. Now you get to do it for your squad, for your new team, all the hype. Let's see what he's got.
Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Got it in the middle. It's Staley. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Offense facing 4th down.
They'll run for it. Breaks into the open. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. And the Vols, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Got out of trouble and throws. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Vols are marching down the field. To the air on first down. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Volunteers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Touchdown, Tennessee! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Cincinnati's offense will take the field for the first time. And Jesse, if there is an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
That's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played.
Turning it on! And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Guys, let's chat a minute about Cincinnati. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback gets the first down. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
That time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Caught in the backfield. It's Grover. Neyland Stadium alive. A cauldron of orange noise on third down. To throw, it's Sorsby. Rushes on him. He's got an open man. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on third down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time, and obviously executed well.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Pass rush. Contact with the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
This is not an ideal start for this offense. Your defense already gave up points on the first drive. This is your first opportunity, and you're not doing the most important thing, protecting your quarterback. Already 2 sacks on the day.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Going to take a shot at this DB. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Volunteers will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over. You saw it on that one.
The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and falling short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. The Bearcats will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So here is the Tennessee offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for space, it's Morris. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Grab near the marker. It's Raymond. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
And the Vols are flying down the field. The give to the back. Picks up the first down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Use the play fake, now to throw. On a little time, lets it go. Oh, it's picked off.
Wide receivers, they might at least have a hint of diva in them, right? Like, they're always open, aren't they, according to them? And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback because when they do throw that hand up there, you want to throw them the football. You want them to have confidence. You want to force feed them. You want them to really have that confidence at an all-time high. Sometimes you force them a little bit too much. The defense takes advantage like they did right there.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Sorsby. They're setting up the screen. Breaks the tackle. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and Nealon on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Norton. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Bearcats getting set on 1st and 10.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Makes the catch. It's Harris. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Bearcats really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Might as well give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Sorsby. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Grab near the sticks. It's Mason. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Working the middle, it's complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And you really want to pay this drive off. This is a nice drive by this offense. Got to keep it going. Got to keep the foot on the gas. Obviously, trailing with a chance to tie this football game going into the half.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And that is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. And some room to work. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action.
The defense sort of herds this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage for a loss. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. And as he throws, just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job of getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike. Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here on third down. Wants to keep it in the air. Quarterback moving. Blasted as he lets it go. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in fourth down again. Great job there. Pass defense, third down. This defense now starting to put it together.
They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Dropping back, it's Sorsby. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Sets up the screen. Looking for the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to...
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Offense working from the pistol. Looking downfield, and time is running short. With the catch, it's Raymond.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Motion from the back. Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. They'll run play action. He unleashes a long one. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. And it's 1st down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in for the left hash. What a disappointment. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going for it all. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful start to things in Knoxville here today. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas amidst the smoggy smoke there in Rocky Top.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Vols will kick it off to start the second half. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Got a man. It's Mason.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Wants to throw. It's Sorsby. Floats it out in space. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
Well, the offense on third down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
And the Bearcats will punt it away on fourth down. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. And the Volunteers are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. He's loose at the 15. It's a running room. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Volunteer. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you run into the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch him, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
And he's going to bring it out. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Norton. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. It's Sorsby. Finds his tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play. At second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing it. And, David, on third and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can...
There he goes. Smacks him with the stiff arm. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab. And the Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bearcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And this offense wants to get back in the football game. It starts up front. They've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback up.
Running to Green. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. The Bearcats will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. So here is the Tennessee offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. With the catch, it's Raymond. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The Volunteers will try to move the chains on 4th down. A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And I think that's a good call offensively, Reese. You're sort of in no man's land at midfield. You've got 4th down, and you believe in your guys to go and get it done on the ground. They're able to pick up the 1st.
Were you at all surprised by the decision to run it there?
No, not with their personnel up front. Just the way that these guys have sort of established the tone in this game. They've been the more physical team, so I like the play.
Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
It's so much fun to watch playmakers outside that can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
A 1st down run on the doorstep.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the 2nd half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
Skips away from pressure. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. He's looking to pass. Flips it out on the screen. He stopped short of the sticks. They tried to pick it up with the screen, but they'll be facing a 4th down.
Well, it was a great effort throwing to the running back that time. He was almost able to get in on 3rd down. The defense makes the stop. Now it's...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown ball.
those situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back. He does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Staley. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires left. It's caught. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. On the run, it's Raymond. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here?
Going for it all. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. By himself, he makes the grab. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they take it in for 6 more points.
What a difference a change of scenery makes, right? I mean, they went into a hostile environment. They lost their first game, but they've rebounded beautifully. And I think coming back, playing in front of their home crowd really has impacted this game, and it's gotten them back to 500.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Fights off a defender. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
The #1 goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy's one of them.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Gonna run it. It's Raymond. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Got the first down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Setting up the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Makes a grab past the marker. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Vols have their offense in high gear. On the option. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And this offense looking more and more like themselves. This is what we're accustomed to seeing. Last week, more of a blip, right? 0-1 to start the season. Kind of had some bad vibes, some bad mojo. Bounced right back, putting up a ton of points. And this one is all but over. 1-1 is here for this team.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. The hand to the running back. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of the...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw at Sorsby. Wide open downfield. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. The Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The give on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Grover. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Leaves it with the back. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. This drive has been sharp. They've moved the chains a couple of times. Now 1st and 10 from the 42. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And that play is is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. Gives it on the option. Offense scoops it up and still going. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
The one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Sorsby. He's got it and still on his feet. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. And the Bearcats, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Wants to go up top. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were...
Beck's going for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
14.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. To the air on 1st down. Here's a heat. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now, to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.